Dan and Corey here, welcoming you into Libservative.
The great fundamental issue now before our people. We, the people, cannot turn back.
Yeah, welcome in to another rousing rendition of Libservative. Intellectual idiots fostering political and cultural literacy and the world's smartest internet show. Bell the Body Snatcher on the ones and twos. He, as always, is Corey Walsh. You're still muted, Bob.
Muted. Why was my mic muted? What'd you do?
I didn't do shit. I wasn't trying to sabotage you.
And he's Dan Griffin.
Oh man, I'm vastly underprepared for this show because I have a stupid house that's always broken. You ever notice how you start working on a house, you find all its problems?
No, because I don't have a house yet.
Oh, that's right, you're poor.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Well, it's okay, Corey, because we're all going to be poor soon. Although
you're a fat loser and you have body odor.
Yeah, how do you think about that, Dan?
Sure. The president seems to be doing the Biden thing where he just goes on TV and tells us everything is okay and there's absolutely nothing to see here. National average of gas was at 4.11 yesterday. I don't know what the hell it was today. But yeah, that's the position we find ourselves in. What else do we have tonight, Corey? I told you I'm underprepared for tonight.
It's at 4 right now.
Is it? See it? Okay. Well, it did move then. It's like when they talk about inflation and they're like, inflation is down, not realizing that it's compounding. It's like it's not any higher than it was yesterday.
Yeah, diesel is 5.16 though. 5.61.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing that in your fuel surcharges for whatever.
Yeah. And it's like I had to explain to people, like you hear people go, yeah, but now America is exporting more oil. You see all those ships going to the Gulf, and it's like, yeah, no, that's true. Like that's good for the oil industry here, but I'm not in the oil industry, and oil is a global commodity, so 20% of the global gas was still removed. So whether it's getting bought here or anywhere else in the fucking world, there's
still a shortage.
There's
still less supply. There's still less. It's a global. People don't understand that. It's a global market. It does. I saw this lady a couple weeks ago, kind of before it started to like really go up. It was, I don't know. It's probably like $3.90 or something like that. And she goes, "It's not going to hurt America because we're a net energy exporter." Just completely not understanding that.
Right.
It's oil prices are a global market.
So, I mean, we're positioned better. Like, don't get me wrong. I would still rather be here than Europe, who's going to run out of jet fuel in 6 weeks. I'd rather be here than virtually anywhere else in the world because we're going to get oil. It's just going to be expensive as shit. And if I'm forced into a corner with the two bullshit options of really, really expensive fuel or no fuel at all right, I guess I'll do the expensive fuel. Less road trips this summer.
The point is,
but the problem is both could have been avoided.
Right. That's kind of the entire point. There's warnings of inflation. Remember that. So that's another Trump campaign promise out the window. More inflation to be expected. Fertilizer is completely drying up. And to the point where Trump actually had to truth. What was this? This was the 11th. What's today? I lost track of the day. It's the 16th. So it's 5 days ago. He goes, "I'm watching fertilizer prices closely during our fight for freedom in Iran. The United States will not accept price gouging from the fertilizer monopoly. American farmers, we have your back. President Donald J. Trump." Has he given up on the thank you for your attention to this matter thing? Because it's
maybe he just realized no one was paying attention. Old man yells at cloud. in less than 300 characters.
So how do you know that this president is almost completely economically illiterate? Because he uses terms like price gouging, which isn't even a thing in a free market.
Yeah.
Price gouging doesn't exist.
I mean, like, subjectively, something could be price gouging, right? Like, obviously. But
sure, but
and subjectively, you could consider that person an asshole. You could do whatever you want. But objectively, you have a widget, you have a doodad, you have a resource, and other people want it, and you can charge them whatever the fuck you want. That's a free market.
But what in this scenario, what causes price gouging? A lack of supply.
A lack of supply, or which could either be on the actual like supplier, the distributor, or the resource.
Come on now, you expect me to believe that?
You only have one or two, like one company having a monopoly on something. They could charge whatever the fuck they want, and you have no say. Or you have a collection of companies who are all paying top dollar to get the resource to sell it someone else, and they're going to charge more than what they paid for it. So if the supply at the actual chokehold is less oil or less fertilizer, for this exact that we're talking about is the fertilizer. If there's less fertilizer supply, they're going to sell it for more money to peter the demand, so they don't sell all out at once and they can sell it for a little bit longer. You ever played the fucking Lemonade Tycoon game? Remember, if you made your lemonade 10 cents, yeah, you might make $10. And you're sold out of your fucking lemonade by 9 a.m. and you're just watching all these little angry emojis go back and forth across the front of your fucking stand. It's
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I know you fucking played Lemonade Tycoon, you son of a bitch. But so what's the shittiest part about this is when Trump talks about farmers, he's not talking about the farmer 20 minutes from us that owns 40 acres, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's not talking about the small time farmers out and about. He's talking about the big boys, the ones
Big
that get all
ag.
the subsidies. Yeah, big ag. And you know what? Those are the ones that, like, we're not going to have a food shortage. You know, like that's another thing too. We're primed for that here as well. We're not going to have a food shortage, but food's going to be more expensive because there's going to be less supply of crops. So they charge more
Very
prices.
successful, very rich.
And the effect of that in a free market is people buy less. So then everyone's buying less, but there's still some on the table for someone to buy less of, right? So then food gets distributed. We're all just going to be paying more for food.
The biggest load that we've seen.
And the biggest farms and the biggest companies are going to be able to afford those higher prices of the fertilizer and absorb the cost of selling their foods at a higher cost versus the smaller farmer.
So what's
because
Trump
they're going to
talking
be
about?
because they're going to be getting subsidies from fucking government.
I'm so glad you just used the word subsidy, because that was going to be my next thing. Like, are we
More tax
hinting at
money?
subsidies
Yeah.
for big farmers, more taxes, more
subsidies
more
for
money out of
sure.
your pocket. It's just like, it's just unbelievable.
Oh, there's definitely subsidies coming.
I say it's unbelievable.
There's inflation coming too. Like, that's inevitable. Like, and we're not even going to note, like, right now, when it comes to like summer crops and stuff like that, we're still on the futures of last season's crops, right? When the crops come in the fall and all of a sudden there's a hell of a lot less that was expected and there was a shortage, prices are going to fucking go up. Like, this stuff isn't even going to be realized, right? Like, a ton of oil that we're using today was pumped a few months ago, right? It was already in the works, in the system, in the reserves, in the pipelines, already refined. The number, which for Europe is 6 weeks, it's probably, give or take, 2 to 3 weeks for all the other countries that are being drastically affected by this.
So what is Trump's response to the closing of the Strait of Hormuz? He goes,
I'm going to close it even harder.
We're going to close it even harder than you closed it. Like that solves the problem. And then I guess, you know, we laugh to keep from crying as always, but the funniest part about this is, out of one side of his mouth, he goes, The war's almost over. It's going to be over very soon. It's almost won. We've taken out their entire Navy. We've taken out their entire Air Force. They have no cards left to play. And then he goes and threatens NATO because they wouldn't help the United States prosecute this idiotic war. But it's like, you went in and you won. You went in and you won. What do you need NATO for? Why are you so mad at NATO? Like I have no problem in principle with the United States leaving NATO. But
yeah, I don't think I'd be that upset with it either. Like,
but I guess I have a problem with Trump leaving NATO for refusing to participate in an idiotic war that is starting to put a huge strain on the global economy.
Yeah,
when the whole thing could have been avoided in the first place.
And right now it's still stable, but we'll see. Like, we're still not, like, that's what I'm getting at. We're still not even feeling the real effects. It's been 2 months.
But the problem is, even if you stopped, if Trump went on TV tonight and actually said, I'm announcing that we're done, we're leaving the region, we're giving the Iranians everything they want, and we're getting the hell out of there, and fuck off Israel kind of thing. Even if that happened tonight, we are months and months away from any sort of normalcy with fertilizer or oil. Because you've the system that you just described, Corey, where reserves and refined oils and everything were already in motion. Those are drying up. So now you have to replenish that stock. That's going to take months.
That's the thing, is the replenishment, right? There's going to be a point where it's the bottom's going to fall out a little bit. Things are going to get a little rough around here.
Awesome. I love it here.
It's great, isn't it? Everything is awesome.
I absolutely love
You've done a hell of a lousy job.
But still no boots on the ground. We're 2 months in.
Although, oh yeah, I mean, it is definitely over. There haven't been bombs flying or anything other than in southern Lebanon. By the way, did you see that Apple?
There's just recently, I think it was today, there was a ceasefire with Lebanon and Israel, and right before the show we were talking about the over-under for 10-day ceasefire.
Did you see, just as a little bit of an aside, because I found this interesting, did you see that Apple completely wiped the villages of southern Lebanon off of Apple Maps?
Yeah, I hope that's like a private protest.
They're not there anymore.
I know.
No, dude, it's Apple's ties to Israel. Their ties go deep.
Is it that, or is it like, kind of like, yeah, these cities are gone now. You guys all know it's Israel. There's no way to get to it. Just forget even looking these cities up because they're gone.
I think that's a very optimistic way to think about it, Corey.
I don't know. Like, Apple also has...
Come on now, you expect me to believe that?
I'm not sipping for a big organization, but there was a major sigh of relief when the FBI was trying to make Apple give them their coding so they could create the backdoor into the Apple phone. They figured out a way to do it anyways. But do you remember there was a shooter? I forget, it was a shooting, and they wanted to get into the guy's phone, and Apple refused to give them a backdoor to do it. They came out with the whole statement and everything.
Then Lindsey Graham came out and gave him a backdoor. Lindsey Graham's totally a bottom, right? Asking a genuine question. Lindsey Graham's absolutely a bottom. Is he not?
I don't know. I really don't know. Let's think. His demeanor and stuff, you would think so, yeah.
I mean,
not even a power bottom. He probably lays there like a fish.
He's a gimp suit guy. All senior citizens should have life alert.
He's probably like Willem Dafoe in Boondock Saints.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Do you remember though? Like, he would get with these men and then right after be like, "Get away from me," and then call him like the F word. I don't think we could, like, bigger people than us will say it on their shows, but
He's talking about freedom, you fucking queers!
Like I've always said, Dan, I have two safe words. It's the F word and the N word. Because I never say them.
What did I have next on here? Yeah, do we want to just jump into just all of Congress being a bunch of unbelievable horn dogs? Yeah, Eric Swalwell busted for sexual assault or sexual misconduct. I forget. I should probably have the exact verbiage in front of me, but one of those. And then who's the other guy? Tony
Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Texas, right? Yeah, his love affair lit herself on fire.
So we have a Democrat and a Republican.
Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Both involved with sexual misconduct with staffers, and they just seem to coming out. Eric Swalwell dumping his campaign for California governor, but also saying that everything is a complete lie. None of it is true. And look, we don't know. We don't know. However, call me the cynical one.
You ever accuse me of a crime?
I believe you just.
Thank you, Pam Bondi. I will say
she had Gonzalez's back.
It's really, really hard for me not to just believe that when a congressperson is accused of sexual misconduct, to just believe it, unless it's George Santos. I would never believe that George Santos engaged in sexual misconduct.
Peekaboo.
Well, against a man or a woman?
Doesn't matter. He would never do that. He was an honorable man. The most honorable congressperson we've ever had, because he did all of his bullshit out in the wide open for everyone to see.
Right. There's gotta. Do you think his marriage is something he holds sanctimonious?
He would just get busted boo-fooing some dude in a bar bathroom.
But isn't he
out in the open?
He's married, right?
I don't know.
Look that up.
Big fat pussycat.
Married, or he had a boyfriend? Because I remember, I think a part of his thing of not wanting to go to prison was for because he was being separated, right?
And because he thought he was gonna die.
I can listen.
What the hell's Bell doing over there?
Who fucking knows?
Peekaboo.
Yeah. So I don't think we know enough about this. There was the video that came out, and then we live in a place where
he's been married since 2021.
There you go. All you have to do is say that something is fake or AI, and we don't really know if it is or not. Have we confirmed that the video of Eric Swalwell in the hotel room with the very attractive young lady is? Yeah. I think I might actually have it here.
Oh, I don't know if you can play that on here.
No, I can. It's not that. It's not like there's no nudity or anything.
It's like the Borat scene
from
Borat 2.
It kind of is. It kind of looks like Giuliani unbuttoning his belt. It's unbuttoning his belt, unclipping his. What do you say for a belt? Unbuckling,
unclasping, unbuckling. Yeah, that's it. Who needs AI?
Where is it? Here we go. I got to share this screen instead. It's very short. It's only like 4 seconds long. There he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Some Katy Perry looking hottie on the bed next to Eric Swalwell, and he just kind of grabs her and pulls her over, and okay, it's super gross. Definitely doesn't look like she's interested in this.
Oh, but man, she looks fucked up.
Is that video real? I don't know if it's been confirmed if it is or not, but I'm going to believe that it is.
Well, you can't just do that, Dan.
I can believe whatever I want to believe.
This is unconfirmed, alleged.
Just ask Tucker Carlson. You can believe whatever you want. What is that?
What is that? Why are politicians so horny? What is that? Well, it's probably like Madison Cawthorne guy was talking about. They're all fucking doing blow. Remember you said
I have an
orgies
idea.
And blow.
I have an idea.
Kicked his ass out real quick because he said a little bit too much.
Why is everybody so horny here?
Lauren Boebert.
Go to church. Find Jesus.
Lauren Boebert has the exact same question to ask. I have an idea on how we solve this problem. Let's just start electing gay men. Because there's going to be some fraternizing.
Now, Now, do we want like West Hollywood on a Friday night type gays, or do we want like the older gay that's like just past his sexual escapades, like straight people? Orientation doesn't make a difference there with your sexcapades when you're younger. I just feel like guys are easier because we're all fucking horny.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I feel like gay guys, it's just like,
I mean, why is everybody so horny here?
like, unless you're an Eric Swalwell using that strategy of just getting a girl fucking completely inebriated and you look pretty sober still.
I think it depends. I think if you're in Texas, you probably want to elect like Heath Ledger and Brokeback Mountain type of character.
That's true.
That's probably the
Orville
direction
Peck,
you're going to go.
An Orville Peck type gay.
Yeah. Now Jake Gyllenhaal is probably more for like the Jake Gyllenhaal from Brokeback Mountain is probably more for like the Nebraska type area. It's, Nebraska, Iowa, sort of heartland Midwestern.
Miami would be like Robin Williams and Birdcage.
New York already had theirs, George Santos, and they just ran his ass out of town.
Yeah, those fucking homophobes.
They just ran his ass out of town for doing what everybody else
I was thinking,
did.
like, I know Elton John's from the UK, but take Elton John's, like, aura. Like, what city would he be in?
Very Seattle. I feel like that feels very
Freddie Mercury. Probably like
Northwest
Chicago. I don't know why.
There are options. Chicago.
And you might be right. I mean,
I feel like Ohio would probably be more likely to go with like a bull lesbian. That's fine.
Oh, lesbians are allowed too.
Are they allowed?
You said gay. I immediately just assumed men. So I'm just going for the men.
They insult us in an attempt to gaslight us, and we will not stand for it.
That changes the whole game.
Think about the women. Wow.
That changes the whole. Well, I did
what
say
a
gay.
Misogynist asshole over here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
All right. Good. You're gaslighting me. Even better. Welcome to politics, kids.
Openly admitted to it.
Gaslighting is not real, and you're crazy.
What else are we gonna do? What are we gonna? I don't know what else to do about this.
Well, let's start to think of some solutions here. We already had just gay people only. I mean, when they know how to bring up property values, and
yeah, go ahead.
And they're typically, I don't know. I feel
Watch
like
it.
I don't know. I was trying to think of another example. I just can't think of one on the air anyway.
Honestly, I feel like if like half of Congress would just come out of the closet, we're probably already halfway there. I mean, we already know Lindsey Graham's gay. Randy Fine's probably gay. By the way, why was that fat fuck wearing a kippah, by the way?
Is he Jewish?
You sent me that.
I think a goddamn grifter.
I think he might be, but like, why are you wearing one to fucking like? Are you that tied to Israel? You have to wear one to the House floor just to make a point. You know what I mean? It's not like he dresses like that every day. Didn't you send me that video?
I probably
Randy
did.
Fine.
Well, like I know he's wearing one in different pictures. And what did you call it?
Is it a kippah or a kippah? What is it called? I don't know how it's pronounced.
Kippah, and then isn't there also? Oh man, I thought there was another word for it. A yarmulke. What's the difference?
Yeah, the yarmulke is the hat. I don't know, dude. I'm not Jewish. I don't know what.
Oh, you're talking about that rap thing.
Am I?
The kippah, I think, is the rap. And I remember that. Yeah, he had a video of him doing that, and I was like, "Is this guy even Jewish?" Bell, look that up. Is Randy Fine Jewish?
Wrong. Randy
Not that it
Fine,
matters, obviously.
Randy Fine,
but it's like, I don't even know why we went down this.
I figured.
Great. Now we look like some real fucking assholes, Dan.
Randall. I don't care about his Jewishness. I care about his loyalty to another country. That's my problem.
Yeah, you're an American representative.
It's just like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. What was I gonna say? But yeah, maybe if a lot of them did come out of the closet, they'd have less sexual frustrations.
Especially
But then again, listen. We just pumped up, for the last like 5 minutes, like making like the LGBTQ community, the gays and the lesbians, running the fucking Congress and shit, thinking like, oh well, they'd probably get rid of the debauchery and stuff, right? But then our main man, fucking George Santos, was openly gay. Look what he fucking did.
That's true, man. Well, that's why they ran. That's why they ran him out.
Orientation doesn't identify you, and maybe if more people understood that, there would be less sadness in the world.
No, they ran him out because,
not because he was gay, but because
no,
of
they
his
did.
actions.
No, they did run him out because he was gay. You know why? Because we knew that the people that were openly gay were the only people. They're the only people that can save Congress. The powers that be knew that. Get him out of there.
You're talking some deep state shit.
You see where I'm
So
going
you're
with
saying that the straights are even the ones that are running Israel and America.
Mm-hmm. Still don't know what a kippah is. Talk about ignorance.
Yeah, go to church. Find Jesus.
I don't think they wear kippahs at the Jesus church.
I've never seen one.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Oh man. You have any other solid solutions?
No. Put Bell in the private chat. Bell, you're allowed to pop in and say this shit, by the way. He goes, Dan drives a VW. He already doesn't give a fuck.
I don't. It needs a $2,000 brake job. It's going to the junkyard.
Oh man.
Bye.
What are you gonna get to replace that?
It's me. Nothing.
Okay. That's radio for two.
We have three cars.
Oh. Well, one needs a brake job.
All right. So now we'll have two. And there are only two of us in the house. See how that works?
Yeah, I see how it works.
Dude, you know what I forgot to pull up? I forgot to pull up this fucking Melania Trump press conference about Epstein.
Christ. Why did she do that out of nowhere? That's my question. It's also weird that as soon as the ceasefire popped off, all of a sudden the Melania email leaked. Like, hey, G. Like, seems super friendly and not formal at all.
Should we watch it? It's like 6 minutes long. We can make fun of this so hard.
Oh, man. I don't know.
You sure?
Hey, man. I'm just along for the ride.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts.
What happened?
I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time.
Shut up, bitch!
Since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell.
Come on now, you expect me to
My
believe
email
that?
reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence.
You sure about that?
My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at the New York City party in 1998.
She tastes like
It just so happened Jeffrey Epstein was also at this party.
This initial encounter with my husband is documented in a detail in my book, Melania.
Oh, I can't wait to buy that. That's gotta be a banger of a read, bro.
I hope that it's an audiobook. Read by
And she reads it.
Okay.
The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings.
His criminal undertakings.
Liberty Twitcher said, immigrants have accents. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know,
hell yeah, brother.
He's right. Thanks for being the moral compass of the show, Liberty Twitcher.
Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now.
What? Fake images of her have been calculating.
She meant circulating. You know, like again, refer to Liberty Twitcher's comment. Immigrants have accents. There's nothing wrong with that. We are dog shitting on someone who this is their second language. And do you speak any second languages, Dan?
No, but we also didn't marry Donald Trump.
We also weren't involved in a pedophilic ring.
Right. I think, yeah.
So some people, like, we're not making fun of immigrants. We're making
just
fun of one of them. She calls herself not a victim. And you know what? I believe her,
you are one pathetic loser.
Because if I was put into a situation of like whatever situations that are allegedly she was involved in, right? And then ended up at fucking top, like the most powerful woman in the world, basically. You know, like husband to one of the richest men in the world and the most powerful men in the world. Whether you love him or hate him, that's still objectively true. I don't think I would feel like a victim.
Be cautious
No comment on
about
that,
what
man.
you believe.
Nope.
These images and stories are completely false. I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI in interviews surrounding the Epstein matter. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein abuse of his victims. I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant, was never on Epstein's plane, and never visited his private island.
Which a lot of that stuff might actually be true. Do you think she went to the island?
Don't care. I honestly don't even actually care more than I care about anybody else of her being involved with Epstein or not.
It's pretty wild.
This is just so bizarre that she did this fucking press conference.
Right. So for context,
so weird.
For context, before you start that up, to Ghislaine Maxwell, dear G! Exclamation point. How are you? Nice story about J.E.
Hey!
Jeffrey Epstein in New York Mag. You look great on the picture. I know you're very busy flying all over the world. How was Palm Beach? I cannot wait to go down. Give me a call when you are back in New York. Have a great time. Love, Melania.
Oh, Christ, the dildo's back!
It took everything in me not to try to do a Melania accent when I read that, but I would have just straight fucking butchered it, so I didn't even want to try.
You just have to talk very softly.
But
and use a weird inflection that doesn't sound like Russian.
And try to just over pronunciate all of your letters.
I have never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior. The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically, must stop.
Oh, honey.
You take forever to say nothing.
Yeah, the best part is she comes out and she talks about political motivation and people saying horrible things about her, and look at the man that she's married to.
Yeah.
It's like, give me a break, bitch. Get the hell out of here.
My attorneys and I have fought these unfounded and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins UK.
Oh my. You sure showed them. Like her example is like the Daily Beast said mean things about me once. The Daily Beast? That is like a step above, like if the Babylon Bee said something mean about somebody.
Jesus, Donald Trump is 32 years older than her. She was 28 and he was 52 when they met.
Hot.
Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth.
And now I must go and do my annual playing with of Donald's PP.
Annual? But here's the thing, though. At the end, though, she was like, kind of being like, yeah, let everyone needs to talk. Which is like, when Trump's administration is saying that no more investigations, and then she's calling for investigations. That's
Come on now, you expect me to believe that?
If something doesn't happen, like, I'm not holding my breath. You remember in the very beginning of this, I said, ain't shit gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did we get? War.
Convenient. So convenient. Bell. To kind of backtrack to where we kind of were early in the show before we got a little bit off track here. You have Donald Trump running around. I can play a few of these videos first because I haven't pulled up. Talking about how the war is going so well, not calling it a war, but saying some people call it a war. I'm not allowed to call it a war. I'll get in trouble if I call it a war. Saying that we've won multiple times, various off ramps, and yet still needing to deflect to things like the border and tell us all why we should be praising him and thanking him for his wonderful job. But then, Bell, pull up the Harry Enton video. So you have Harry Enton, who isn't just pulling a poll from just CNN or just Fox News or just he's pulling and averaging polls from various pollsters with regards to Trump's approval rating. And how do you know this isn't going well? How do you know that this administration is a complete disaster? Corey, I know you know the answer to this question. Who got Trump elected as far as voter base? Who got Trump elected in 2024?
Like the size and scope of the coalition? Independents?
It was the independents. It was the independents. It was the moderates that were sick of the games that Democrats were playing, that were sick of the Democrats trying to imprison a sitting president and accuse him of treason, the open borders. And he is completely thrown every single one of those issues, by the way, including the open borders issue, out the window. Now, the one thing Trump did do when it came to the border was he did actually close the door. He did do that. The mass deportations never happened. He threw a Gestapo out into blue cities. You had ICE killings, not just one. Regardless of how you feel about that, whether they deserved it, whether they didn't, the optics of that are absolutely atrocious. And Harry Enton is about to tell you what he found in these polls. Go ahead and roll that.
We have been reporting that the president's approval rating is low, very low. This morning, the question is, with
Jesus,
whom?
a fucking Kalshi tracker.
Now, CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton, you say this wall says a key group of the president's supporters. Which key group are we talking about?
Which key group are we talking about? Well, it's the group that helped put him in the White House in 2016. And then again in 2024, the group that shifted tremendously from 2012 to 2016 and put him in the White House. We are talking about non-college white voters, and he is sliding right into the water. This is a rut-row moment, to quote the great
Wild.
A rut-row moment.
Non-college whites. Look at this. In February of 2025, it was plus 32 points. Down it goes. Look at Johnny. Johnny is just shocked by this number, and now it is minus 2 points. That is a 34-point shift, and I will note this is an average of polls. This is not just one poll. I've averaged 3 different polls here, 3 big pollsters, and what we see is Donald Trump actually underwater with non-college whites who, of course, put him in the White House. Really moment? Yes, really, John.
Yeah, again, I have to ask, really, this is a 34-point swing among white voters who didn't go to college, which, again, one of his core groups here. Why? What issues?
Why? I mean, let's talk about the economy. It's the economy, Smarty, when I'm talking with Mr. Berman. Just take a look here. I mean, again, look at this. On the economy, his net approval rating.
He needs to run for office.
Go back to February 2025. He was 26 points above water. Look at this shift. Minus 15.
I was going to say shit.
It sounded like you said, look at this shit.
When it comes to Donald Trump's net approval rating on the economy, that is an over 40-point shift away from the president with a key core group of his. Ruh-roh.
What about the war?
What about the war? Well, the war ain't helping him because just take a look here.
Well, the war just ain't doing him any favors.
Military action against Iran, minus 5 points. You think that's low? Come over to this side of the screen. How about Trump on Iran? Minus 13 points. A very unlucky 13 indeed for the president of the United States with a key core group of his. It turns out he's alienating a lot of folks with this war, not just the Pope.
So
non-college educated white voters. He is completely.
They have white privilege
and completely underwater, but the president will still get on your TV set and tell you that he decides what MAGA is. He decides what America First is. He decides these things, and you can tell he knows that these numbers are what they are.
We didn't. It's funny. Like, obviously, we played the video, because we're a multimedia world's smartest internet show. But before these polls even came out, we were singing this tune, talking about how when CNN was 100% of MAGA fucking approves of what Trump is doing, and it's well, yeah, when Trump decides what MAGA is, it's gonna be 100%. And then you go and look at anybody else. It's like 30-point slides.
You can tell based on the way Trump speaks that he's if there's one thing that Trump knows, if there's one thing that he's in touch with, it is what the public is saying about him. He may not know why. He may think that it's because the Democrats are sabotaging him or whatever it is, but he knows what the people are saying. He definitely knows that because he cares, because his ego matters more to him than anything else in the world. Other than
it's pretty wild. It's really wild. And I don't know if you guys watch The Boys. Do you watch The Boys, Dan?
Mm-mm.
You should watch it. It's a good show. And I don't know if Bell's caught up or not. Without giving too much away, there's like the main superhero. He's like also the villain. His name is Homelander. And it's so funny, like the parody, right? Like it's not even intentional, but the parody and the satire is there. And they made this shit like a year ago. And it's like mimicking life right now, like on an uncanny level. And you're watching this super villain who would be constrained by his numbers because he worked for a corporation. All the superheroes, it's about a corporation that runs superheroes. And so like their numbers for their marketability and like their profitability matter to them. And they keep them from acting like fucking psychos because they're all pieces of shit. They're all just vile human beings. They just have superpowers and they're fucking people up. And there's a lot of death and destruction.
You take
but anyways,
forever to say nothing.
Homelander gets more nuts when he's not constrained by his polling numbers. And we're seeing that shit with Trump right now to the point where the writer of the show, he had to come out and say this. He's like, we filmed all this like a year ago. He's like, I'm getting really sick and tired of us not even being allowed to do satire because this is way too fucking close. Dude, there's a scene with Jesus. And dude, remember it was filmed a year ago. It's fucking crazy.
And then Trump puts out the truth of him being Jesus. And do you remember what I don't have
did
the
that
video.
2 days before the episode came out where something similar happened in The Boys.
He did it. So he does the first truth last week where he's like, whatever you want to call it, Catholic Easter week, Catholic Easter Sunday, where he's talking about praising Allah and open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards. Yeah. And then he does the AI picture of him as Jesus on Orthodox Easter Sunday. What a Christian this man is. That's so, I mean, you can't make that shit up. And then you've never seen Trump pull a truth down. He did. He pulled that one down.
Yeah, what's funny too is like Tucker Carlson mentioned how he didn't put his hand on the Bible.
Yeah, dude, Trump isn't a religious man. There's no world in which
but Tucker is like, what is that? He's like, if you're atheist and you don't care about the Bible, you'll just put your hand on the Bible. It doesn't mean shit to you. He goes, but for him to deliberately not put his hand on the holy book,
that's a choice.
What is that? What is that? Is he some sort of demon?
We like Tucker. We like Tucker, but he's got his
low IQ.
He's got some shortcomings for sure.
But now, actually, I got a video since we're talking about low IQ and Trump. What about his turn on fucking a part of the very coalition we're talking about with Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens? I remember when Candace Owens was on the Daily Wire and she was simping for him. And they were like, I could be your VP. I would be a great VP.
Tucker campaigned for him. Alex Jones thought he was the president that was going to bring down the deep state. I got the documents. I got all the documents. I can't show you the documents, but I got them.
Yeah.
You talking about the video where he sat down with JP Sears or whatever that comedian's name is? That guy's funny as hell.
I think so. I think this would be worth playing for the show.
Go for it.
It's just, it's funny.
Do you do IQ test here?
Yep, that's what we do.
Okay, because I think I need one.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Why do you need one?
Well, I've had some people lately telling me I have a low IQ.
Ooh, shots fired. Gosh, who's been telling you that?
Well, some people online have been telling me that, like the president, And even my dogs are looking at me a little bit condescendingly now.
Well, we'll find out. So with this IQ test, I'll just ask you a series of simple, really common sense questions, and you just give me your best answer.
I'm actually kind of a little bit nervous right now.
Oh, yeah, you should be, because if you turn out to be what some would call a low IQ nut job, then you're pretty much a lost cause.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
All right, first question. Which word doesn't belong? Apple, banana, carrot, orange.
Is it carrot?
Very good, because it's not a fruit and all. Clever. Next question. Who would be considered more of a traitor to their country? Person A, who receives $230 million from a foreign lobby, or person B, who receives $0 from a foreign lobby?
I mean, clearly person A.
Wrong.
Come on, that's got to be correct.
Next, hypothetical question. If a country has a major shipping waterway that you want to have open, and it's currently open, but they'll close it if you go to war, what would be a smart way to ensure that waterway stays open?
You don't go to war with them.
No, not even close. I mean, common sense would say go to war with that country and stay at war with that country as a way of putting pressure on them to reopen it after they've closed it because you went to war with them.
Are you playing with a full deck?
I don't play cards, but thanks for asking. Oh, and this is a good one. If you had the desire to take down an international pedophile ring, what would be the best way to follow through on that desire?
Well, you launch a full investigation using every means necessary, and then you prosecute those bastards the fullest extent of the law.
Wrong. No. You would launch an effort to prevent any investigations and prosecutions.
That can't be right.
Well, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
These questions are kind of weird.
Oh, I assure you, these are standardized IQ test questions, sir. Next question. Here's a scenario. You got a person, they work for America and America only. What country does that person work for?
America?
That's incorrect. They work for Iran. Next question. Who's more beautiful as a woman? France's First Lady, or maybe man, or Candace Owens?
Candace Owens?
No.
Have you seen France's First Lady?
I would totally do her. If she had an OnlyFans, I would subscribe. Any reasonable man would. Okay. How would you describe what America first means?
Putting America's interests first above any other foreign nation.
No, you're actually describing anti-Semitism. Yuck. Okay, last question. What year did we first land on the moon?
We've never been to the moon.
No, we've been to the moon. We go all the time. Well, your test is complete. I've never seen a score like this before.
What'd I get?
You got an IQ of 65.
Is that high?
No, that's a very low IQ.
My life is literally ruined. He was right.
Who was right?
Just don't worry about that now. My big question is, what am I going to do with my life now that I've learned that I am so stupid?
Well, just remember, you're also a nut job. But yeah, you're pretty screwed. Really, the only option I can give low IQ people such as yourself is to like go off and open a Somali daycare.
I am completely devastated. Are you talking about?
I had to take that down. Doesn't he do ads at the end of his every time?
Yeah, I know.
A little annoying, but it is what it is. This is how you can tell Alex Jones is who he is, like for real. Like his acting is atrocious.
I know. I was going to say that too. Like, I was going to say that his acting is dog shit.
That video was like the first time where I was like, oh wow, no, there's like Alex Jones isn't playing around when he talks about what he talks about and does on his show. Either that or that's the only character he knows how to play.
You can just shut up, baby, because you hate America and you love abortion.
But yeah, they're all embracing it. They're all grifting off the fucking grift, which is kind of funny. They're making videos like this. Tucker Carlson has hats set for sale on his website that say low IQ.
Oh, I'd buy one.
I'd buy that for $1.
Listen, everything that essentially is come out of Trump's mouth since the what do you want to call it? War, conflict started.
Excursion. He called it that once.
It's just gotten steadily and steadily more unhinged. He's fighting with the goddamn Pope.
You make the Pope look like a fool. God will make you pay. Smite them.
Yeah.
He's fighting with the Pope. He's saying that the only thing that's going to keep the Israel or Lebanon peace agreement going is him. He's the only difference. Which honestly, that might even be kind of true. He is kind of the only difference. I don't expect it to pay off, but here we are. You got anything else for us, Corey? Like I said, I was vastly underprepared this evening. I apologize to our audience. If we charged for our show, I would be giving you your money back for this one. What else you got, Corey? You had more. I knew you had more.
Yeah.
Canada's gun buyback.
Canada's doing a gun buyback?
I didn't look nearly enough into this. I got it from a friend of the show and alternate co-host, and Corey's not able to make it, Jeff Mell.
Just going back to why is everyone so horny? Why are all the politicians horny? Is just so everyone knows, taxpayer dollars are paying for a slush fund. Why is that? Oh, there you go.
I got you. Just keep going. I got it under control.
Just know
why is
that
everybody so horny
there's like
here?
$17 million since there was a public slush fund created for Congress to help take care of like sexual deviancy, basically. And $17 million in 264 cases have happened, costing the taxpayers a total of $17 million. And when Nancy Mace wanted to make all of these names public to try to make everyone more accountable for their actions, 357 voted no to not release the names, while 65 said yes. And it was very bipartisan. So
it would have to be if the numbers were that skewed.
So again, when people are trying to hold Congress accountable,
go Bills,
they find a way to be very bipartisan. But do any sort of legislation that's going to make the livelihoods of American people any better, and
it's what makes Lauren Boebert's question so salient.
Like, I mean, why is everybody so horny here?
We know that it's true. It's a legitimate question. Because why would you vote down investigations inside of your own workplace for sexual misconduct?
Because you're guilty.
If the only explanation I can say, there is one other explanation. One of your friends is guilty, or a multitude of your friends are guilty, and you don't, snitches get stitches, right?
This article isn't that long. I could read it.
You trust your mother every night to fix your hot pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on.
If you're interested, it's how taxpayers are liable for sexual misconduct by members of Congress. It's on Straight Arrow News.
Well, it's your fault. You elected them.
All right, Osama bin Laden.
I mean, I've been called worse.
That and RFK Jr. was chopping off raccoon dicks.
Oh, yeah. TMZ asked him about it, right?
Yeah. There's a 10-day, I think it's like a 10-day, either 10 days or 7 days marathon of different Americans taking part and reading sections of the Bible. They're going to read the whole Bible.
My camera's so blurry. I don't know what's going on.
Adjust it.
I can't adjust
the camera's not blurry. Your face is blurry.
Oh, got it.
I just paid $88.
There's a Hegseth impeachment in the pipes, so watch for that. There was a monopoly verdict against Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
That's fine because, dude, have you tried to buy tickets to anything lately?
Yeah, they're fucking ridiculous. And no, I haven't because I know that the prices are ridiculous.
And then they have like, I try to get sports tickets, right? And like team box offices essentially don't exist anymore. They're just like, they just send you to Ticketmaster or SeatGeek or StubHub, which are all just basically the same damn company tied together.
Yeah, they're just like people buying tickets off of people who use the other one. It's like those people that walk when you have a privatized electrical or privatized gas company, and then there's just that company that buys tickets or buys the gas from the gas company in bulk, and then just sells it to you and says we can give you a lower rate.
It's just bullshit.
We all know it. We all know it's bullshit. You don't have any talks, do you?
What else did I add to the chat?
How about the Stop Nick Shirley Act in California? That's a fun one.
Did you look any more into it?
Do I really need to look into it? Okay, let me see if I can guess what it is, because I didn't look into it that hard. But let me see if I can guess what it is. It is an attempt by California lawmakers essentially to shut down citizen journalism. Am I close? Am I in the ballpark?
Kind of, yeah. I think it's HR 1764.
I'd be impressed if you could remember that.
No, it's like 2464.
Why don't you just look up the Stop Nick Shirley Act? It'll tell you.
I am, but I wanted to find the actual verbiage. It was 2624. Oh, 2624. AB 2624.
The part that I find so interesting about this is I'm no fan of Nick Shirley. He's young. He's kind of dumb. He might get better at what he does over time. Like the whole Somali fraud thing in Minneapolis. We played a lot of it on this show. That whole thing, it's important. The subject that he was covering was important, and he was the only one who did it, at least at the time. But the amount that he left out, like not even bothering to see how many of these, or if he did look into it, he didn't mention it in any of his pieces, but like the complete omission of the fact that so many of these cases were already being investigated. I feel like that's something you should probably put in a piece like that. He failed to do that. That's just one example. He just isn't very good at what he does. Maybe he grows up. He's only 23 years old. I'm willing to give him some time. But the point is, like, I don't take Nick Shirley that seriously. But I do not want any world where a government gets to tell him he has to stop doing what he's doing as a citizen journalist.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah. But because there's one bad apple, like that's just it, right? It's like, fuck Nick Shirley. Fuck him. Never mind him. It goes past that. They're trying to pass this bill under the guise of privacy protections related to immigration services. But according to the text, it creates an address confidentiality program for immigration service workers, volunteers, clients, patients. And it applies if they face threats, harassment, or violence. So what it's essentially saying is you can't look people up who might be committing fraud because their addresses are being confidential, right? Like
don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just...
or like looking up people who are providing this care. Like it just seems like a broad brush. There's already laws of harassing someone is illegal.
Right. That we don't need compounding laws.
Harassment's already illegal. Defamation's already illegal. You don't need a law on top of that to go that extra step. Like, because there's already stuff like this for public officials, and public officials shouldn't have any extra protections than.
And Charlie LaDuff hammers public officials all the time.
Yeah, a law like this would hurt Charlie LaDuff. Because sometimes a part of investigative journalism, when you're trying to get answers from a public official who's representing the American people, and whether it's dumping toxic dirt into empty lots in a city or Medicare or Medicaid fraud, he's probably going to have to knock on doors.
And if you ask me, I think the harassment of public officials should not only not be illegal, I think it should be mandatory. Everybody at least once a year, go to a public official's house,
right?
Or call them on the phone and harass them.
Is a subjective term.
Of course it is, just like hate,
right?
Just like there's no such thing as hate speech.
Inciting
it's a subjective
harm.
term.
Yeah, inciting harm. That's a very, very broad term. And okay, so there is one part of it: no selling, trading, or personal data of those individuals. But it's like the data is being sold and bought anyways. You know,
are the
like
cell phone companies companies subject to this?
No, just investigative journalists.
Just Nick Shirley. Like this law is only for Nick Shirley. Everybody else can keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. It's gonna discourage watchdog reporting or filming, and it's definitely First Amendment boundaries.
I have a feeling that if it makes it to the Supreme Court, it will be struck down. Yes, even by the liberal justices. There'll probably be one dissenter. Always is. I don't know which one it'll be. Probably
I'm not a
contention.
fan. I'm not a fan. There's already laws that protect every citizen from all of these things. And
who called
any business? I don't know. But any business that's going to have close ties to the government and get my taxpayer dollars, they should be held to a different standard and not be a protected class. They should be held to at least the same standard as me, sorry. If not a more open, like openness to it, to where it's like, you should have access to this information. Because you're getting my tax dollars. I should be able to look into what you're doing because you are using my tax dollars.
Yeah, and then the excuse will be, well, no, they're not. The money isn't coming directly from your taxes. Your taxes are being subsidized through a nonprofit that is then, utilizing them for these, So there's always these weird verbal workarounds for this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and that's what you'll see. I hope it gets to the Supreme Court. I hope it gets struck down. It's nonsense.
Tulsi's cucking again.
Oh, boy.
She's targeting the whistleblower from the first impeachment of Trump in 2019, which is hilarious. You remember when all the people on the right were bitching and complaining, saying that the Biden
protect whistleblowers,
and that the Biden administration was fucking weaponizing the Justice Department against MAGA.
And to be clear,
they were.
Yeah, clearly.
And now the Trump administration is doing it, and now Democrats are bitching about it. Just like when gas prices spiked under Harris. When gas prices, under Biden Harris. When gas prices spiked then, Harris was out there saying, sometimes democracy costs money sometimes. Sometimes you got to be there for your allies.
Yeah, go to church. Find Jesus.
And
because now what people perhaps had never seen before can be seen to know what's possible.
She's right.
Now now she's making videos standing out in front of fucking a gas station sign in Charlotte, North Carolina, talking about how Trump spiked gas prices. And dude, it's so bad. She's so bad in front of the camera. She's got the charisma of a fucking porcupine, man. Like, the video is only like 2 minutes long of her just talking about this, and you can see that there was cuts. Like, she couldn't even do 2 minutes.
Like what was it, the 60 Minutes interview that she did? Where you could clearly tell.
And they cut out like 30 minutes of it or something like that. But didn't they get sued to release the whole thing? Or was that the Trump one? I think it was the Biden, or I think it was the Harris one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they have to get sued to release the whole thing?
Yeah, or pressured. I can't remember if there was actually a lawsuit, but like,
what the fuck is this, dude?
This is
our politics.
I remember us talking about this whatever it was now, 5 or 6 years ago when we first started the show, and we were talking about, the ridiculousness of the Mueller report and the ridiculousness of Russiagate and just this obvious weaponization of the Biden Justice Department to go after Trump. And we were talking about it then. Mm-hmm. We said, if there's a scenario, and at that point, Trump politically was fucking dead in the water before he made his miraculous comeback, right? So I remember us talking
said
then,
don't count him out.
Right. But I remember us sitting here talking and going, when Republicans get elected, whether it's Trump or anybody else, this is just going to be the status quo from now on. Mm-hmm. Whichever party has control of the Justice Department is just going to weaponize it against the other party, whether it's called for or not. And then we're going to get to a point where it is actually going to be called for and nobody's going to fucking believe it. Or at least, I mean, half the country will believe it. Whichever side hates the party that's being persecuted will love it, and the other side won't, and we'll never get anywhere. That's just what this is like. So I'll give you a great, I think what is a pretty obvious prediction here. When the Democrats inevitably take back definitely the House, and it's looking more and more likely the Senate in the midterms here, if they get control of both houses of Congress, there's no chance Trump doesn't get impeached. No chance he doesn't get impeached.
Convicted, that's a whole different thing. But impeached, probably.
Yeah, because you need what do you need? Yeah, I think you need 2/3 to convict, right? That'd be, it'd be tough to pull that off.
Well, because I think you have to vote on the impeachment, which the impeachment doesn't need a supermajority. But then I think there's like what's the process? Because then they all vote on the conviction, right? And then doesn't it also have to go to the Supreme Court at some point?
I'm not sure what the rules are for conviction because it doesn't ever happen.
Right, because Nixon resigned before it happened.
Correct. He would have been convicted. And it's looking more and more like maybe he was framed a little bit. Might have been framed. But it'll be a stupid political war. It'll be, what will Trump get impeached for? Do you think it'll be for starting an illegal war on behalf of Israel? No, that won't be why he gets impeached. It'll be something stupid. It'll be something that doesn't matter. It'll be something inconsequential. But it's going to happen. And we're going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until the American people have decided they've had enough.
Okay, so step 1 is impeachment. The House investigates alleged wrongdoing. If evidence exists, they draft articles of impeachment, formal charges, a simple majority.
And they'll find something.
50% plus 1 is required. If it passes, the official is impeached. Then it goes to trial, handled by the U.S. Senate. Senators act as jurors. For presidential impeachments, the trial is presided over by the Supreme Court of the United States Chief Justice. Both sides present arguments and evidence. Then that requires a 2/3 supermajority vote in the Senate, and if reached, the official is removed from office immediately.
2/3. Yeah, so they won't get that. Even if it goes to trial, They won't get 2/3. There's no chance.
I don't know if Trump keeps posting Jesus memes.
They just keep making excuses for that, though, Corey, or not talking about it.
I don't know. It was enough to make Trump pull it down.
I guess.
You know who shared that first? It was that fucking Aussie, Nick Adams.
Really?
Yeah. He said Trump was healing the nation or some dumb shit like that.
It was like Jeff Tiedrick or whatever that fucking turd's name is. See that guy?
No. Are you putting a face to the Nick Adams guy, though?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Lord,
He's a simp for Trump.
So he loved it then, eh?
Oh, I'm sure.
All right. Should we get out of here? Do we have anything else?
No. Hegseth article is being drafted for Hegseth's impeachment.
Oh, yeah, and Hegseth quoting fucking Pulp Fiction.
Oh, my God. Do you have that video?
I think I sent it to Bell. I think, yeah, Bell's got it. He's pulling it up right now. Dude, this is what is so funny about this administration and the evangelical turds that run around the country and talk about how this administration is sent from God or whatever, and about how religious these people all pretend to be. What I want people to notice about this, so what you're about to see is Pete Hegseth quoting a fake Bible verse from essentially quoted word for word from the Samuel L. Jackson scene in Pulp Fiction. He changes a couple of the words to make it fit the context, but it's the same fucking thing. But what you're going to notice about this crowd is how religious are these people? They're all just sitting there bowing their heads.
It's all for show because they don't fucking know the Bible.
They don't know it either. Now, neither do I, but I also don't pretend to. Go ahead, Bell. Roll it. This is too good.
So the prayer is CSAR 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Do you think that Pete Hegseth just watched Pulp Fiction the night before? Just was like, you know what? That sounds like a good one. I think I'll use this one tomorrow at church.
Yeah.
Dude, this administration is an embarrassment. It is an absolute embarrassment. There is no. It's just when you have to sit here and say.
Yeah, I mean, you have him reading fake Bible verses. You have RFK chopping off raccoon dicks. Trump posting.
We laugh to keep from crying.
Trump posting pictures of himself as Jesus
on Easter, Orthodox Easter,
and closing a closed straight.
Starting a war that was not only illegal but completely pointless, and you still have him coming out here talking about how if Iran got a nuke, you'd be calling everybody over there, sir. No, if Iran got a nuke, they would just use it as a deterrent, like everybody else does. Pretty simple. Everybody has a nuke, or nobody has a nuke. And by the way, by starting this war, you've made it exponentially more important for them to get a nuke in their own eyes. It's a really fun question, right?
It's fucking sad, man. Like, all jokes aside, it's fucking sad. Like, because it wouldn't.
No, it's terrible.
It wouldn't be any better with Harris.
There's no way we could even know that at this point.
We wouldn't know it, but like, I'm like,
not from
all the rhetoric coming from them. Remember, they were talking shit about Venezuela under Biden's presidency.
Right.
They didn't recognize him as the president. Okay.
Maduro.
They were still funding Israel bombing Gaza. They were still funding like children being bombed in tents and children being used as sniper practice. And like, there's a video I put in the private chat of not one, not two, but 3 fucking paramedic ambulances being bombed, all going in successively to go like save the previous ones. And actually, you know what? I am gonna play that one. Because
while you pull that up, let me say this. The main difference, at least from just talking about the Iran war situation, I think the main difference you would see under a Harris presidency is the fact that the major difference between Harris and Trump in that regard is that
what they say, not how they say it, or how they do it, or how they say it.
I'm talking about them as people. Kamala Harris is clearly a climber, a power-hungry individual, just like every other politician in the world, a moron as well. Again, just like most other politicians. What she is lacking, though, that Trump has that is turned out to be an absolute disaster, is that she doesn't have that open, nothing matters but my ego thing about her. So, like,
right.
What's the real reason Trump started this war? Right? I think there are several, but one of them is the fact that he was told, Mr. President, can you imagine what your legacy will be like if you're the president who takes down the Iranian regime? I'm not sure that pitch would work on Kamala Harris. Now, does that mean they wouldn't try a different one? And maybe she goes to war with Iran anyway? There's a really good...
Right. I'm not convinced that we wouldn't be at war with Iran.
I'm not either.
Because Harris had fucking Liz fucking Cheney on the campaign trail with her, and you go back and you look, and there's a ton of rhetoric from her.
Daddy, you're my daddy.
About how Iran was a threat, and they can't have nuclear weapons. This shit was written down. The plot was already written. It didn't matter who the figurehead was. Under Biden, you still had the Ukraine war shit going on. That shit's still going on. You still had...
It never would have happened if Trump was president. Never would have happened.
Like I said, you still had Gaza being bombed. Like, that shit was still going on. You still had fucking, like, you would, like, so I feel like you would have had this Iran shit happening. It would have been different. The Venezuela shit would have been different.
We have actual audio from the generals under a Kamala Harris presidency.
I don't take no orders from no woman, by the way. And I don't listen to women yelling. I tell them to shut up.
This is from AP News. So check this out.
Yeah.
Back to the paramedic ambulance.
The Israeli military today launched 3 consecutive attacks on 3 different teams of paramedics, all operating in the southern Lebanese town of Meyfadoun. And what we heard from the Lebanese health ministry was that first there was a paramedic team that, as is normal, responded to an emergency call. They were going to the site of an Israeli airstrike where there were wounded people they needed to rescue. And as they were arriving to Meyfadoun, they were hit by an Israeli drone strike, killing 2 paramedics at that site and wounding others. And then the paramedics sent yet another team in order to rescue that first team. And as they were arriving to the town, another Israeli strike hit that team and wounded 3 of those paramedics. So then the civil defense decided to send yet a third team in order to rescue the first and the second teams. They were also hit when arriving to the town. Another 2 paramedics were killed in that third strike, and more were wounded. The Lebanese health ministry has condemned this as a blatant violation of international law, saying medical facilities should never be a target under the Geneva Conventions. We're still waiting for comment from the Israeli military on exactly what it was targeting in these strikes. And we know from the past that Israel has accused the Hezbollah militant group that it is fighting a war with in the south of using medical facilities and ambulances as cover for its militant activities. But it has not provided evidence of this. And so far in this war, Israeli strikes have killed more than 91 health workers so far, according to the Lebanese health ministry.
Those ambulance workers, Corey, they were just Hezbollah.
Yeah, they must have been.
Must have been, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
That reporter was kind of cute, by the way. Let's throw that out there.
Peekaboo.
Add her slide into her DMs on X.
They
slide into the AP. Just slide into AP's DMs and be like, "Hey, this reporter."
I'm a married man. Bell, you do it.
Bell's over there playing with his red rocket.
He is. Look at him. Look at Bell's red rocket.
Old.
That is not the tip of a raccoon penis.
Nope. Raccoon penis looks
just looks like an oversized crayon sticking out of the ground.
All right, Kim Jong-un.
Little rocket man.
Peekaboo.
Listen, I got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day.
All right. You want to tell the people where they can find us, Corey?
Yeah.
You're gay.
Libservative Podcast is found on all social media and podcast platforms. Our website is libservativeshow.com. We can be found at Libservative on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Instagram and Twitter at LibservativePod. Our TikTok videos can be found at Libservative Podcast, and you can reach out directly at libservativepod@gmail.com. Subscribe today.
Mm-hmm. And if you like the show, this wasn't our greatest episode, but it was okay.
This episode was pretty good, I think.
If you like this one or any other one, send it to a friend. Word of mouth helps. We ain't charging shit.
Yet.
Hopefully never will.
I just paid $88.
For Bell the Body Snatcher on the ones and twos. He as always has been Corey Walsh.
He's been Dan Griffin.
It's been Libservative, intellectual idiots fostering political and cultural literacy, and the world's smartest internet show. And until next time,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, go to church. Find Jesus.
we are out of here.
Go Bills.
The great fundamental issue now before our people. We, the people, cannot turn back. Somebody must lead, or else the fight would not be made at all.